So let's take a quick look at the site and look at some of the components that Bootstrap provides you. We can see here that all you need to do to get Bootstrap is go to getbootstrap.com. This is going to take you to the Bootstrap 3 page by default. If you're still using an older version of Bootstrap, you can still get at the Bootstrap 2.3 docs or other older docs by taking the link on the bottom. On the top is going to be a set of links that will take you to the different parts of Bootstrap. One thing to note here is that the Bootstrap website is actually built with Bootstrap. So a lot of the metaphors you're going to be using in your own sites are going to be demoed here. The idea of a navigation and a header bar here. And you can see that as we scroll through, that header bar has a way of locking to the top of the screen. That's one of the common facilities that it can provide. So we're going to ignore getting started for a minute because we're going to show you that in Module 2. But let's look at some of the different features. CSS provides a grid system, some standard typography, ways to format things like code, tables, forms, buttons, images, etc., as well as some responsive utilities. And we'll talk about what responsive means in just a minute. Some of the standard components comes with a standard set of high-quality icons for you to use in your website. Has different things like drop-downs and button groups, input groups, nav and nav bar, which is what we're seeing up here on top. Breadcrumbs, pagination, etc. You can read most of them here. Again, the idea is that this is going to be a set of different tools for developing your websites. Also included are a set of jQuery plugins for some standard components like transitions, modal windows, drop-downs, tabs, tooltips, popovers, etc. Again, you're going to be building these websites, and when you're going to look for certain elements of that website, Bootstrap is going to provide many of these components for your application. And what we're going to do in this course is use a large number of these to build an example website. So you're going to see these built one by one and transition a simple, boring looking website to one that is more responsive and more polished than one simply using your own styling. Last thing I'll talk about here is that you can use the Bootstrap website to actually build your own version of Bootstrap. This is where you can pick what parts of Bootstrap you're using and then download at the bottom your own compiled version of Bootstrap that only has the components you want and that have some modifications to the CSS so that the space between columns is changed, that the space between headers is changed, that the font face you're using may be changed. Allows you to make a lot of those common changes. Let's talk about some of the other features of Bootstrap now.